Let's see if you can hear me now.
Okay.
There. All right, my microphone was muted. So there, that's not helpful, right? If my microphone is muted, you cannot hear me. Um, I wanted to show you a couple of cards that I made. This is, I promise, my last batch of Christmas slash holiday slash winter cards. These were super easy to make, so I had been helping my daughter make gift boxes, which I will share. Let me just pick one up. So she's been working on these gift boxes. So she's been making these, and she's been making them with my help using paper from, so it's these are paper pads that you get at Michael's. And we almost always buy these paper pads when they have a deal for buy one get two free. And so you get 3 paper pads for $20 instead of for $60. So she's been making these and the lids, and then she's putting stuff in them. So they're not complete yet. When they are, I will walk you through these. But there were a lot of these papers. She made 20 boxes, and we still had a lot of papers left, and I had cut them up for her, trimmed them as she was using them. And you only need a certain amount of paper. It's a 12 by 12 sheet. You only need about half of it. So there's half of it still left, which was the perfect size to make cards with. So I thought I'll just use the trimmings and leftovers and things that she didn't use to make her boxes to make some more cards. And these are going to be personal cards sent out to friends and family here. So I wanted to quickly show you that you can make very fun winter cards, Christmas cards, holiday cards, whatever you want to call them, with printed papers instead of, the more extensive stamping and coloring and die cutting that I had done earlier. So I'll share these with you, and then I also want to talk to you about the Gelli Arts Live that is happening tomorrow, since a lot of you want to attend live videos of me doing gel blade printing, and I'll share more about that in a minute. But let me first show you what I have been doing with these. Okay, so these are all quick walkthrough. This is not going to be extensive because this was very simple. So background paper, and then this was also part of the paper pad, which I cut out. It has the gold foil on it already. All I did was I painted some sparkle onto the ice skating shoe over here. You can see how it's sparkly. I just painted that on. And then I stuck these 2 snowflake embellishments. And done. Easy peasy. This one too. Background paper from that background paper pack. It also came with these tags that I cut out from one of the sheets. Added a ribbon, added another little piece of strip of paper. These are all gold foiled again. Done. Same thing with this one, except I added these die cuts that I already have in the background and cut out this tag, added a happy Christmas, added some sparkle over here to the candy canes. I mean, these are just, they come together so quickly and they look so different. I'll spread them out over here so you can see. So you see how this background is the same as this background, is the same as this background. It's just the same sheet of paper, and it's just how you dress it up. In this one, I added some enamel dots. So these are raised, so this gives it some texture. The white dots were already on the print. And then I added warm winter wishes. It already had the gold foiling with the Let It Snow. Same thing with this one. I had these leaves die cut previously on foam. I didn't die cut anything yesterday. These were just previous die cuts I had sitting around. Stuck the tag on, put a ribbon, and then did some gold splatters and silver splatters here where the holly jolly was. And I just love how these are so simple to make. These, I would say, are 5-minute cards because all you're literally doing is gluing them. You have these cut pieces and you're just gluing them together, and then maybe adding a bit of sparkle like I did over here, and then a sentiment. Again, you have to have elements in place to be able to call this a 5-minute card. But these were so quick, and I've never made cards like these because I usually go, the longer route where I will sketch out stuff or stamp stuff and paint it and color it and die cut and all that extensive, labor that's involved. I just found this was a good experiment for me, and, I just realized how easy and fast and beautiful these can be. This one has a lot of layers. So there's a background paper, there's a tag paper, then I cut out the Christmas tree from another tag. Then I have the background paper, the tag paper, then I have the strip of peace, love, joy. Then I have the Christmas tree, and then I put foam dots under the very merry, and then the Xmas. And then I added some gold dots here. So yes, you will take some time to embellish, obviously, and layer. But still, these cards are so darn easy to make. Background paper, paper with the deer on it or the fawn on it, added some enamel dots, spread it around to make some snow, added a strip of that snowflake paper. Done. Same thing here, just added some layers. These are different, one strip of paper, another strip of paper, third block of paper, fourth block of paper, just for you. All just layered, one on top of each other to create that very beautiful effect. And these are all very, very, very simple to make if you have printed paper already in your stash. They're not complicated, and they look so beautiful. I just love how different each one is. I painted the Noel. This was white, so I painted it with gold sparkly paint, and then I just added Be Joyful and these little dots around the border with my enamel dots. All of these were done within an hour and a half yesterday. And when I say an hour and a half, I mean an hour and a half did not include scoring and cutting the cardstock, because I already had these folded cards, but it included trimming some of these papers and gluing and designing, really, the cards. That was all 1.5 hours, and I have all of these cards that I can now mail out. Okay, now, Gelli Arts. So we have a Facebook Live. This is an experiment we're doing tomorrow. So Amazon has rolled out a feature called Amazon Live. Let me see if I can make my face big. Okay, so Amazon has rolled out a feature called Amazon Live. It's kind of like Facebook Live, except because it's Amazon, you actually will see a carousel of products that you can shop for as you're watching the live. So usually what we've seen is when we do the Gelli Arts demos, and I've been with that team for 2 years now, people always ask for links for products being used. And we always have a moderator at the back end who's very, very helpful. And she is usually the social media coordinator. And she's been copy pasting links, to whatever the artist is using for people to purchase those products if they so desire. Well, Amazon makes it a little bit easier because you already have the products in the Gelli Art store that I can then link to as I'm doing my demo. So it's just a departure from the platform, but the way I do the demo will be the same. So you'll still get the whole hour. You'll still, see me unboxing. There are these beautiful gift boxes that Gelli Arts has made. All, they're in a red box tied with a white bow. It's beautiful. I'll show that tomorrow. I actually haven't opened them, so it'll be a surprise for me to open the ribbon and see what's inside. I know what's inside, but I haven't opened it, so I haven't seen it. So I'll do that tomorrow live, and then I will create with whatever's inside. And it's a good deal. I think I'll get the details about the pricing and all of that tomorrow, so I'll share that. But what I wanted to show you was things that you can make that I will be making tomorrow. They won't be the same things, but they will be similar. And this is what they are going to look like. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to layer with your gel plate and use textures. And then you will love what you made, but then you're going to cut it up. People are so scared of cutting it up. And then recreate. So a big part of that process is going to be learning how to layer, learning how to experiment, learning how to not stop when you feel like you should stop sometimes, just because you want to push the envelope and see what happens next, and then cutting it up, and then not wasting anything. So you'll see where those hearts went. These are hearts that were cut out of this paper that I didn't throw away this paper because it still had this beautiful background. And then I just used that negative space, the cavity, so to speak, to write some things. This is a bookmark I made for my daughter who loves to read. And it has color shift paint, it has punchinella, it has a comb texture, all kinds of cool stuff and lots of layers, which is what we're going to do tomorrow. And then the hearts that you saw cut out of that went into making this cute little tag. And it's a 3D tag that I made for one of her teachers. And she can either give it to her teacher for the holidays, or I love this teacher, give it for Valentine's Day. And then on the back, you decorate that too. So don't waste any of your gel plate prints. You can also, using that same concept of that 3D heart on a tag, make a greeting card. You can make a bookmark. You can even make an ornament that hangs from the Christmas tree. So lots of cool ideas, things that you can do. You can also take that shape, and if you don't have a heart puncher, you can just cut out a circle, and you can make a 3D ornament. With that, you can add more layers to it. I just added 4 circles, but you can add 5, 6, 7 circles and make it an even more fun 3D ornament. You can make cards. Always you can make cards with your gel plate prints. You can make them with your ink pads. You can make them with feathers, and you can make them with watercolors, like over here, and stencils. You can also make these kinds of ornaments for Valentine's Day. I know a lot of people have started doing Valentine's Day trees. They don't take off their Christmas tree and they hang up Valentine's Day ornaments. These are actually evergreen. You can just gift these to someone throughout the year. And these were painted directly on the wood. This is wood from Michael's. And you just paint directly on the wood using your gel plate, and then you add embellishments. You can do that. You can also make these little gift toppers, or you can put them up on your wall and they can be decorative elements, again printed with the gel plate. And you can choose whatever colors. You can even do this for school, for the classroom. If you have little ones and you're helping out the teachers with their class decorations, you can also make clips out of these. I mean, there are just so many things that you can do with your gel plate prints. You can add little stems to this and arrange them in a vase, and they can be your ever-blooming flowers, you know. You can make a hair clip like I do for my daughter. This is made out of craft plastic. So lots of different substrates that you can work with when using your gel plate. You can also make a bunting. So I've made this bunting here with my sewing machine. I just kind of sewed all of these little gel plate prints. They're all double-sided, these gel plate prints here. And then I just sewed them, and I'm going to hang these up in my studio so that it looks really nice and festive. So lots of cool things that can be done with the gel plate, and lots of layering that can be achieved very, very easily. So I will demo that tomorrow. It's at 10 o'clock. The link should be in this video description. I also made a post about it that I will put up as an announcement. So I would love for you to come, because this is the first time Gelli Arts is ever doing it Amazon Live. And I'd love to see some support for that brand. I love the women behind Gelli Arts. They are just absolutely phenomenal. And Tracy Winesapfel is their artist coordinator, and also a great artist herself. And she's going to be cheering me on from the sidelines too. Love her. So if you have time tomorrow, that demo starts at 10 o'clock Pacific time. And I will be doing it for an hour. Knowing me, it's most likely going to go over an hour, because, you know, one thing leads to another and then stuff happens. So I will be doing some of this. I might add on some other stuff. It's just, you know, whatever inspires me in the moment. So I'll be there tomorrow doing a live, and I would love for you to join. And one last thing, because my eye landed on it, is something that I'm making here for the teachers. Is this. I found these. It's a $1 wooden tree from Target in that $1 aisle. And I just used enamel dots. And I don't know if you can see the texture. It's just so pretty. I was just randomly doodling, like just dropping dots on this. And it just looks so festive and so pretty. So making these holiday trees, winter trees for all the teachers. And I'm just going to have so much fun, because I pretty much I emptied that bin. There were like 35 of these in that bin at Target, and I just picked all of them up. So I'm going to have fun with them. And I did one just trying out something with a white pen, like a mandala design on this. But I'll share these whenever I'm done with them. I have like a bazillion projects going on right now, but I'll share just some ideas, you know, things that you don't think of. This is what they look like when you pick them up from Target. They look like this. They have a little stand and they look like this. And then you can transform them to anything you want. And actually, if you do gel plate printing and you have strips of paper left over, another idea could be, like, I don't throw away anything. This is from that printing session where I did the heart and things. You can actually wrap. You know, you can have strips of paper and just dress up the trees like that. You can do some collaging on these trees too. So lots of ideas for what people can do with these wooden trees. It's a great substrate to work on and experiment. And it's not expensive. So, you know, I love substrates and products like these, because when they're not expensive, it takes away that inhibition. You know, you don't feel like, oh, I'm going to ruin this. So it takes that fear factor away. And I know a lot of people have these beautiful journals that they bought to one day journal in that they haven't opened because they're so afraid of ruining it. And I'm a big advocate of, it's not ruining it, it's learning, it's experience. You can't learn without doing, you have to do. And if you feel like you ruined it, you can always paint over and start anew. There's gesso. It's magic. So anyway, I'll talk more tomorrow in the live. I will be live at 10 o'clock tomorrow Pacific time on Amazon on the Gelli Arts page. So what you need to do is click on the link and follow Gelli Arts on Amazon, and you will get a notification hopefully tomorrow morning when I'm going live. I will also remind you here on Monsi Makes so that you don't forget, for people who want to join. I am not sure, since this is the first time we're doing it, I am not sure how replays work for an Amazon live, but I'm sure there's a way to share a replay. So if you're not able to attend, I'll figure it out. I will be doing the recording using my software here, which always makes a copy. So even if Amazon does not provide a copy for the replay, I will have a personal copy that I can then upload. So either way, you'll get to see a replay if you're not able to make the entire live, which I cannot promise will only be 1 hour long. All right, so I'm excited about tomorrow. I'm going to get my table all cleaned up, my floor all cleaned up. It's a big mess in my craft room right now, and get ready for tomorrow's live. And I hope to see many of you there. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.